Hi everyone, it's Diane Yeter from the Sales Tax Institute coming to you today with another episode of our Women to Watch in Sales Tax. And today I am thrilled to introduce you to Tram, and Tram is the SALT Senior Tax Manager with TaxOps in Fort Worth. Welcome, Tram.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Diane.
Sure. So Tram, can you tell everybody what TaxOps does and then what is your role there?
Yes. So TaxOps is a tax specialty boutique firm. We're real small but mighty. So what we do is, for my group especially, we are state and local tax only, and we provide consulting services, advisory services, and we actually do a lot of hand holding and tax therapy. Because, state and local tax, especially in the sales tax area, is super complicated. People don't understand, they underestimate a lot of the complexities of how to properly comply, what their responsibilities are. So, we help, pretty much provide like a roadmap for clients who really don't know what they need to do and where and what. We help, support audits, or we help, advise on even tax software, because a lot of companies who grow and need, more resources in terms of like technology, we help with that too. So we're kind of your one-stop shop for sales tax, if you want to call it, in terms of, getting the strategy, getting the advice to comply.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Tram, is there something you've accomplished in the sales tax field that you're especially proud of?
In terms of, I don't know, being really proud of, I also teach state and local tax at the University of Texas in Arlington. And, when I, teach a semester and I wrap up classes, when I get feedback from the students where they get excited and they learn and it just, that light bulb comes on, I feel so proud, because I really feel like sales tax, I'm sure you're aware, it's an underserved area in terms of like where tax is concerned. I remember when I was in school, federal tax, that's all they pushed, right? Well, so my class is a state and local tax class. It's taught to graduate tax students, but it's an elective. So it's not even required. So it's like when students elect to take the class, I'm pretty excited. They come in knowing nothing, right? Because they're like, oh, we've taken all these federal tax classes. And they don't know what to expect. But when they walk out of there, like wanting to be like, hey, can you teach more of this? And it's like, well, this is an introductory class. And they love the practical stuff that I bring to the class, like all the different issues we deal with, all the, multi-state, right? Because there are 50 states and DC and then the local. There's just so much to learn. But I feel very passionate about kind of the teaching, and, when the light bulb comes on, when you're working with a client, or, helping a student like just grasp some of these really complex concepts.
Yeah. I know that feeling. So with all the teaching that I do, it is when somebody, you can see the light kind of come into them and they're like, I get it now. That is something to be really proud of. So well done. Well done. So as a woman working in a consulting firm, do you have advice for other women working in sales tax?
Yeah, and I think it comes back to kind of what I said earlier. It's an undervalued, I feel like, area of work. I would just say, like, know it's valuable for things you do. Even, it might seem pretty simple, like the women who are in the day-to-day, like just compliance work, right? Like understanding how to file, understand how to do reconciliations. Like really value that, right? This area is extremely underserved, and so the knowledge that you have is so valuable. I'd say really find your passion in the things that you enjoy, and honestly tout that. I would say really put it out there. Even like, I'm a CPA and an attorney, so I akin myself more to CPAs because TaxOps is a CPA firm. But when I network and work with my fellow attorney friends, they do all the litigation and all those cool things. But like wherever you practice in this area, right? Sales tax is hard and complicated. So I would just say really take that knowledge and be real. I say be proud, right? Be confident that you're really adding value to this profession, and I'd say, spread the word. It's really important.
That's great advice. And it's so important. There's so many companies that are out of compliance. If you can bring those services and, just within your own organization, um, bring it to light and don't be afraid to say anything. So great advice. Thank you so much, Tram, for joining me. It's really been great hearing about your story.
Yes, thank you, Diane.